What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DM Era right here again, and here I have another deck profile for you. It's my new updated competitive Dark Magician deck profile. It took me a while to work on this deck because I was trying to be somewhat semi-competitive as much as possible without breaking. So, in the meantime, we're gonna get right into the deck profile. Again, please, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know what you guys think. And here we go. One of my favorite decks again, Dark Magicians. So let's get right into it. Let's see what we got. First, we're gonna get right into the main deck, guys. Okay. Of course, I'm running the 3 Dark Magicians. Okay. You need this. I got 3 different artworks this time too. I know sometimes I do the same ones, but this time I tried 3 different ones. 3 different artworks. Next, we're going to run, of course, 3 rods, the best normal summon of the deck. This allows you to add a Dark Magician spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And the secondary effect is if you activate a spell or a trap during your opponent's turn, you get to tribute a spellcaster from your side of the field and add this act from your graveyard to your hand to recycle it. So there you go, has a recyclability effect. Then I'm just running 1 of each hand trap. I don't want to break. I found myself breaking with running 2, but I just did 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Ghost Ogre, and 1 Ash. Ghost Ogre, obviously, apparently, is starting to be the best one so far for this format. It hasn't defined yet, but this is the best one. So there's our hand traps. Then I'm running 1 Apprentice Illusion. Yes, just 1 this time. Just found her she just be a little bricky, so I just did her at 1. Yeah. And then we're also running the Spice Gravekeeper Shaman and Kaiku. Yes, to lock out those graveyard effects. The meta is still based off graveyard effects. That's the most popular thing that's going on right now. So we have to find a way to be relevant and to lock those out. So we have Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer, that pretty much tells your opponent they can't call by the graveyard and they can't banish any other card out of your graveyard. So yeah, that locks that out. And every time he inflicts damage, he gets to banish 2 monsters out of your opponent's graveyard. So he's really good for that. And plus, for some fact that if he stops Call by the Grave, it's better because they can't Call by the Grave. You're a Dark Magician. Gravekeeper Shaman. This card is amazing because the fact that it locks out all your opponent's graveyard. Actually, it locks out graveyard effects everywhere. I'm sorry. It locks out graveyard effects from both players' graveyards. So this is great to stun your opponent so then they can't really do anything. Plus, that's a 1500 body. So there you go. Next, my last semi-hand trap. I run 1 copy of Rich Crafter Golem Maruru. I love this card when I seen this card. I know a lot of people feel some type of way about it because it doesn't negate, but for the fact that it does protect and it does bounce back and it's a 2800 body, it's amazing. You could have, even if you have this on the field in attack position and this is stunning your opponent's graveyard, your opponent is going to want to attack this. So if they attack this and you have this in hand, because he's a spellcaster, you can special summon him from hand, bounce back your opponent's monster, and protect this. And then he stays on the field until your opponent's next standby phase. So then on your turn, with no monster, you can swing for 2800 attack. So that card is absolutely insane in this build, and I love it. So yeah, I wish it did negate. It'd be better, but for the fact you can bounce back, even better. And that's all the monsters. So let's get into the spells. Of course, we're going to run a 3 copy of Circle. We know what that does. Every time Dark Magician hits the field once per turn, you get to banish a card on your opponent's side of the field. Also, when you play, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you get to add a Dark Magician monster or a spell trap from your deck to your hand. Next, we run the 2 copies of Pot of Extravagance. I don't feel too well about this card, but hey, it draws 2, right? You get advantage up to 3 to 6 monsters face down from your extra deck to draw. If you banish 3, you get to draw 1. If you banish 6, you get to draw 2. So, yeah, Pot of Greed pretty much other deck. Pretty good. Then I run 2 copies of Pot of Duality. Because we're running Extravagance, it won't conflict with this. And since you don't special summon on your turn anyways, it works pretty well. And it's a spell. So you could just look at top 3, search for what cards you need to add more Dark Magician cards from your deck, and set yourself up. And since I'm only running 1 Apprentice, I run 2 copies of Illusion Magic. Therefore, when you play Rod, you can search off Rod and invade Ash, or on permanence, you can chain Illusion Magic to tribute it off before its effect finally resolves, and you still get 2. So technically, you can add 3 off of this and Rod if your opponent chains to it. Then I run one copy of Monster Reborn, just a staple. Dark Magician theme, Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme. You grab one from your opponent's graveyard or from yours. It's a really good card. +1. Not necessarily +1, I'm sorry. Then I'm running something kind of crazy, something kind of different. I'm running Odd-Eyes Fusion. This is more or less a going second card, but I put it in here because if your opponent manages to get 2 monsters on the field, 2 or more monsters on the field, and you have a Dark Magician in your hand, you can actually fuse to make Dragon Knight with this. You just have to use an Odd-Eyes Fusion monster or Odd-Eyes monster from your extra deck as material. So if you have Odd-Eyes monster in your extra deck as material and you have Dark Magician in your hand or your field, you can fuse, send that card to the graveyard, and make Dragon Knight. That's pretty dope, especially on your next turn. So protect your back row. Next, of course, we run the 1 Terraformer. Add a field spell from deck to hand. And then we're running Secret Village and Defense Zone. Now these cards right here, there were last minute additions added to it. You know, Secret Village is perfect because it locks out your opponent from playing Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclone. That's all over the place now. And the spells, so you stun your opponent out that way. And then Defense Zone is a good one if they do manage to get rid of this. Defense Zone is really good because let's say you don't have a spell cast on your field or whatever, or if you do, if you want to play this first, you can play this and you can play your Dark Magician and stack it on top of your Eternal Soul. As long as this card is on the field, your opponent cannot destroy it or target it with card effects at all, unless they get rid of this first. So it's a pseudo Dragon Knight and a spell that protects your Eternal Soul from getting destroyed and keeps the plays live. I love that card a lot too. I was like, whoa, that's kind of clutch. People don't know about Defense Zone. And that's all the spells. Let's get into the traps. Of course, we're running the 3 copies of Eternal Soul, Secret Rare. You know, the Heart and Soul of the deck pretty much keeps a Dark Magician alive, but if it gets destroyed, it destroys your whole entire field. So you want to play this very smart, and you want to protect it by any means necessary. Okay? So we got that. We run the 2 copy of Dark Sacrifice because he searches for Rod, and he protects when your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card on your field. So that doesn't mean like just back row, but it can destroy anything. It can destroy a monster. It can destroy a you know, anything like that. So it negates Ogre. So when Ogre activates to try to destroy a card, let's say try to destroy its circle, you can just chain this to it and it negates it. And then you get to send Rod and then you protect your back row. So that was good right there too. Also run 2 copies of Crackdown. Decided to run 2 copies of Crackdown because like I said, when you set up first and your opponent plays that first monster, you can just take it so they can't link it off and go with their plays, mainly Orcus or anything like that. Just take it, snatch it off of them, especially if they're hunting for Gazelle. Snatch that Gazelle, and that's game from there. Then we're running 2 copies of Judgment. Judgment's back at 3, baby. So Judgment or bust. Pretty much like everybody said, Judgment or bust. Stops pretty much anything. Summon, spell, trap, whatever. Just stop it all. So again, Judgment. We all know what Judgment does. And then I run the 1 copy of Navigation. If I want to, I usually search this off of Rod first before I grab my Eternal Soul because I don't want to take the risk of my Eternal Soul getting popped. But I search this off first, then I activate it, and then I'll bring out Dark Magician or Kaiku or Dark Magician and Shaman. Usually Shaman because she's a level 5. And then you just stun the graveyard out the whole entire time. So, yeah. You got to stun those graveyards out, man, because graveyard effects is all over the place. And me personally, I don't like them. And then some spice. So now I'm running 1 copy of Soul Drain and, of course, Skill Drain. We know what Skill Drain does. That's like game ender right there. That beats almost every deck. And Soul Drain, if you combine both these 2, you negate the field. You negate the graveyard and the Banish Zone. And then you negate the field. So literally your opponent's not doing nothing. Like they're literally, if you can resolve both of these on the field, that's pretty much, they might as well just shake your hand. GG, let's go game 3 or whatever. Pay 1,000 life points, pay 1,000 life points. This card is amazing. I love this card because a lot of people don't expect it. A lot of people don't see it coming, especially with these graveyard eccentric decks, Orcus, Salamangreats, all that stuff. Man, it locks them out. So it's not really good against pendulums, but it's really good against all those other meta decks. And then I run the 1 copy of Champion's Vigilance. I don't know why people aren't playing this card. It's like Salamangreats and Orcus. They all have their 1 card for the archetype that negates. Champion's Vigilance does the same thing. If you control level 7 or higher normal monster on the field, if your opponent activates a spell, trap, or a monster effect, I'm sorry, when a monster will be summoned. This is just like a solemn judgment if you have a Dark Magician on field without paying half the cost. So it just saves your life points, especially if you want in the time. You can just activate it, negate it, get rid of it, and keep it going. So just a one-up because I don't want to break with it, but it's really good. I don't know why people are playing it. Next, let's go into the extra deck. So the extra deck, of course, I'm running 2 copies of Dark Magician Dragon Knight. I love this card. I wish I could turbo him out. And Dragon Knight, he protects your back row from targeting, being destroyed. So yeah, he protects all your back row. Run the 1 copy of Dark Cavalry when you go against Warriors. Anytime your opponent activates a spell, a trap, or a monster effect, you can discard 1 card from your hand, negate it, and he buffs himself up for each spell and trap in all the graveyards. So yeah, he can get real big, real big. Run the 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. This is my Odd Eyes Fusion target. Of course, super poly targets. We run Starring Venom, Mud Dragon, and of course we run Salamangreat, Violent Chimera. So little super poly targets. Running 1 copy of Ebon Illusion and Odd Eyes Absolute. Because I'm playing Pot of Extravagance, I just want to make sure I have an extra Odd Eyes monster just in case, so that I don't end up banishing it off. Then we play Witch Apprentice, Link Spider, Daybreaker, Beat Cop, Phoenix, and Unicorn for my Link monsters. These are the ones I have for right now, just to kind of link off and just kind of get rid of my Dark Magicians and bring it back. Return of Soul, kind of get in place, keep going, going. So yeah, so that's what I have for that. Let's go into the side deck. Side deck, you know, it's pretty generic like everybody else. Of course, you run 3 Pancratops, 2 Lancias, stop banishing, 1 Dark Magic Attack. I didn't want to really put it in the main because I didn't want to see it. I just want to put it in the side deck just to, if I'm playing against back row decks, I can just side it in. 2 Spell Shattering Arrows for the Pendulum matchups or any kind of floodgates. You just play that, destroy all face up, spell and traps on your opponent's side of the field, and they hit 500 for each one. Running 2 Mind Controls. That way I can just snatch them up going in second. 2 Super Polys. Again, this amazing card. Just fuse them off. And 3 Evenly Matched. Just for those crazy back row decks or any other kind of combo decks out there, kind of bait out their effects. Yeah, man, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the deck profile. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it. Sorry it took me a while. I have another one coming from you, another profile coming for you soon. Just stay tuned. Please, again, guys, let me know what you guys think. Thank you again. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.